Hey guys, welcome back to Big Bris TV. I thought I'd do a quick update video on my 55-gallon planted aquarium. I do have some fish and shrimp in here. This is shrimp somewhere. Anyway, there's a lot of shrimp in there. They're just hiding. Maybe they just molted. But for those of you who have been giving me positive comments and feedback on my plant tank videos, I really appreciate you. People such as Mandy Jane always checking in, so I appreciate you. This one is going to quickly be about these terrestrial or houseplants that I put in here. I mean, if those of you who remember my original videos on this tank, look at this guy. This is the neon pothos, and this spotted leaf right here was the first leaf that came out, and it seemed like I was getting one leaf every month. But look at the new leaves compared to the old ones in size. I mean, these smaller ones here were the original ones that was starting to grow back here on that little suction cup, and I've had to put a second suction cup. Look at these big guys in here. I mean, there's about, I don't know, 6 or 7 of them, and I even got a new one coming out right here. So you see, that's the second suction cup that I put back there, but it can't hold it. And look, that one just fell down. It's actually, this is a golden pothos, and it grew from those two little ones in the back with the spots on them. I guess the spotted ones are getting older. And the roots, look at the root situation, going all the way back down, even over here. Really fits in there. I'm gonna have to do something else to help keep that off the water, but it's beautiful from my view over here. And then we have this guy, trying to keep him off of the water. I just filled it up to that line in the back, and those leaves are just touching the water. This guy over here, my wife told me, don't let the leaves get wet. So I've had to trim it back. I keep getting new leaves. I'll get 4 leaves, and then the ones that were behind it just died, so I'm not sure about that. It has very poor roots growing down there, but the stem is really strong. It's hard, so tough. So I'm gonna let this guy hang out a little longer before I remove it. This is the bamboo that I was calling my bamboolet, and look, there's 2 of them that grew out. I had it pinched with that hair tie thing, hair clip to that branch there, and look, it's 2 now. So this was one of the original bamboos, and it has grown a lot and has a baby coming out there. That Wisteria completely, and look, it has immersed again, and there's some more down in there that wants to come out. So eventually this will stand up out of the tank. I have 3 bunches of that. One's there in the back over there. The second one is a bunch in the back over there. And the third is a bunch in the back over there. And this is the same plant also here. I noticed the leaves grow like this when they're under the water. You can see it here also. And then when they come out of the water, they start looking like this. And then eventually the leaves start looking like that. This is a little Monstera that I put over here. This is the second one that I put in. The first one had died. So when my wife first gave me the clipping, I put this leaf in and it had a little stalk there. And now look, this is the second leaf. And look, there's a 3rd leaf coming out there. Here's this little cousin. This is the one I stole from my wife. It was just this leaf, and now here's the second leaf. In a week, I got that leaf coming out, and it has some really nice roots. And for the underwater plants, this guy, this Luigi, I think that's the Scarlet Temple, I'm not sure. It was struggling in the beginning, but look, it has grown tall, almost to the top of the water now. And this is my cardinal plant, the part that broke off. It was in the back over there with that one. They were struggling. I moved this piece to the front. And look, as you go up, the leaves are starting to get broader. By trimming back this Brazilian pennywort, which was blocking out a lot of the light into the tank. Oh, look, she fell again. Oh man, I'm really gonna have to do something about that. Some of the plants down here started to die back, like that dwarf Sagittaria in the back. But in the front where it's getting light, you can see here it's growing really nicely. So all the way across the tank. And so I just have to keep trimming that Brazilian pennywort to allow water to penetrate, especially now that I've raised the light up about almost 8 inches from the top of the rim of the tank. Let me fix this guy real quick. I'll be right back. So for now, I just kind of propped it up there on the on the rim of the tank. I'm gonna have to do something. Suction cups is not gonna do it anymore, but I like the jungly look of it. Just growing, it's doing really well in there. It's actually a plant that my mother gave us. We have it over there, and this is the clipping came from that. So I'm really trying to take care of this guy. But look, wow, those leaves are gigantic, the new growth. So I was thinking about doing something over here, but hopefully those Monstera will grow big and bushy. And they do like being in a jungle, humid, moist environment. And now that the spring is here, hopefully that'll all spring up. And so that's my Asian water fern having babies back there. Those 2 offshoots from that leaf is actually new growth, and all the fuzzy stuff is going to be new leaves. Same thing with this one, the Java fern. And also my Anubias is doing really nicely. I think I got 2 or 3 new leaves there. It's kind of just floating. The shrimp like being in that area over there, so I kind of try to leave it alone. The same with this moss that's growing down here. There's about 2 or 3 different kinds of moss. As you can see, the different textures. Like this guy right here. And that guy right there. The baby shrimp seem to love to be in that area, so I kind of just leave it alone. Got some here, some more there, and that's just a jungle of Java moss in there. I had tied a little bit to the branch, and now it actually looks like a tree. Oh man, I really enjoy sitting here just looking at this thing and feeding my fish. I wish I could get a better shot. There, that's a little bit better. With the lighting, it's gloomy out today, so I'm not getting much light through my skylight, but I hope you get a sense of the way this thing really looks. This video doesn't do this tank justice at all. So that was just a quick update on putting houseplants in your tank. My suggestion would be, if you have any plant cuttings or anything like that, what you could do is if you have them in water and they start growing roots and they seem to be doing well in the water, throw them on a suction cup. Put them in your tank and see if they continue to do well. Just keep an eye on them. There's enough nutrients that is in the tank and it'll be beneficial for everybody. Some pet stores have started selling plants also, house plants grown in water. They try to grow them hydroponically, and so you can look into that also. Like, hey, plants are, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money. You just get a cutting, put it in some water, give it some light, a little bit of nutrients, and it should do well. This is Big Bris TV with a little plant intake update. Try to grow some houseplants in your tank. it'll make for a beautiful looking tank. Hopefully mine will keep doing as well as it's doing. I'm telling you all to stay well, and I'll catch you on the next one.